Hello everyone, welcome to Air with Trees podcast. I am Fatima, the host of this show. Trees are one of my favorite beings in nature and I enjoy learning about them. There are not many podcasts that talk about trees, so I started this show to spread awareness about some common Indian trees. Every week, I share my stories related to the tree of the week, describe it to you in detail, and then help you with keys to identify it in the wild. So come along with me, let's explore the beautiful world of trees. Going by the name of this tree, it's easy to imagine ripe red strawberries hanging not from small plants, but from a tree. It's a treat to imagine such a tree. It's stuff out of a dream, out of somebody who dreams things like that. Well, who am I kidding? You know that somebody is me. Sometimes I feel so tree obsessed that I dream in my sleep about strange but beautiful trees that sadly don't exist. But when I wake up, the trees in real life make up for more than I feel loss of. Well, strawberry trees don't have strawberry like fruits hanging from them. The berries that do hang from them are equally beautiful, especially when a tree is full of red and green berries. Let me tell you how I came across this tree for the first time, and then I will dive into all the cool botanical stuff related to it. I came across this tree a couple of years ago when we came to live where we live now. At that time, it was a non intruding, smallish tree just beside our house. By what I just said, you can imagine what happens later, but wait for it. I didn't know what that tree was, but I was very curious to know because although it was not fruiting at the time, it was full of white flowers and small native bees buzzed all over it. Now, I don't like AI technology much, and there's a long list of reasons why. But I definitely enjoy some of its so called intelligence in the form of Google Lens. It's still patchy at its best when trying to identify a tree, which, according to its results, could be any tree in the world as long as it is green. I don't blame it. It is hard to identify trees, more so when many of them have some small differences. Anyway, I'm glad I had a close up view of this tree, so I got my query answered. It was a strawberry tree, also called Jamaica berry tree. When it started fruiting, I understood its charm and the reason why it is commonly planted as an avenue tree in Bangalore. Something I noticed only when I came across this neighbor tree. But eventually, all good things come to an end. No, the tree was not chopped down, nor did it fall in any storm. It's just that with time, I realized that this tree had more in store for us than its sweet berries and beautiful view. That is, the ants. I have yet to come across a day when I don't see a large arboreal bicolored ant marching in my living room as if it owns the place. Not that I mind it, as long as it minds its business. But with young kids toddling about, it's difficult to keep the ants at bay. Seen snacks littered on the floor 24/7, anyone? I try not to kill them because I don't kill ants. First, because of religious reasons, and second, because I don't kill ants unless they are known to be harmful. These ants are not aggressive, but if not cautious, they can bite. I try to shoo them away so they go back out of the door, but it's difficult to keep track. I just hope they stay away from the kids, and well, kids stay away from them because they love those ants. What to do? Not to mention the small, non intruding tree that we first saw, I'm glad, or much chagrined, depending on my mood, to inform you is now a large unkempt tree whose branches keep pushing to my balcony, disrespectfully regarding the safety nets we have put in. Every once in a while, its spooking branches make my plant pots fall. And always say that it's neighbor's cat who has done it, but I know who's the culprit. Not that I blame it, but being such fast growing tree, the adolescent tree needs space but does not get much to stretch its limbs. I have pruned the branches poking in my balcony several times now, but they grow back in no time at all. So now I have left it to do whatever pleases it. And then there are bats. I always try to spot them in daylight, but I haven't seen any around. But come dusk, they start swooping around the tree, mostly in the fruiting season. I don't care much. They're fruit eating bats, and I don't eat the berries. So we stay clear of each other's path. But sometimes they do look spooky. But before you think I hate this tree because of all the things I've talked about, I don't. It's a tree whose company we enjoy sometimes with its lush green canopy that covers one side of our balcony. And then I do look at it with irritation sometimes because of the pushy branches that keep getting ways and means to enter my balcony. Not to mention the possy ants that live in the tree make me look at them warily. That does not stop them from marching in our house to snack on crumbs and whatnots anyway. But with all the eccentricities of this tree and mine, I love this tree a lot and I hope it stays the way it is for a long time to come. Montegia calabura has many English names, but the one I like most is the strawberry tree. It's called so not because of its fruits, but the flowers which look very similar to the flowers of strawberry plant. The genus names come from Abraham Munting, who was a 17th century Dutch botanist who had published several botany books and botanical illustrations. The genus Muntingia is very small and only contains this tree. It's commonly known for its edible fruits and ornamental flowers. It grows very fast, but instead of growing tall, its thin branches spread and then the tree becomes unkempt like a bushy shrub. The leaves of strawberry trees are simple, long, and are arranged alternately in a stalk. They are rough to touch. The top side of the leaves are dark green, and the underside looks chalky green. They are covered with fine hairs. Edges of the leaves are a bit serrated. It's an evergreen tree and is covered with leaves year round. Even though the tree is always full of leaves, they don't cover it densely so that standing under the tree, it's both shady and then shafts of sunlight filter through it. The general effect is quite pleasant. The flower of the strawberry tree looks exactly like the flower of a strawberry plant. The five petals of a flower are white and its center is full of yellow anthers. Flower stays on the tree only for a day and then drops. As far as I know, there is no specific flowering season as the tree blooms all year round. At any time of the year, the small white flowers dot the branches. While the tree always blooms, only at some times in the year I have noticed it to bear fruits. The ripe fruit of the strawberry tree looks exactly like a cherry. Unripe fruits are green. As it begins to ripen, the color changes from light, chalky red to vibrant red. The tree looks beautiful when these berries pop up all over its branches. The outer skin of the fruit is a bit leathery and thick, and the inside is filled with crunchy, watery flesh full of small seeds. It has a sweet fragrance and tastes super sweet when ripe. The flavor and texture is similar to a fresh fig. I personally liken the flavor to moong dal ka halwa. The ripe fruits drop to the ground, and as many of them are crushed under feet, the place around the trees always smells fruity sweet. The bark of the strawberry tree is light brown. It can be stripped off the wood and is used to make ropes. The branches of the tree are thin and wood is slightly pliant. The strips of wood are used in woodwork as fuel or are turned to pulp to make paper. The strawberry tree is native to South America, but is grown all over the world in tropical regions. It is mostly planted as an ornamental tree in avenues in India. It is not commonly known among the folks that the fruits are edible, and the various parts of the trees are medicinal, so they leave the tree untouched. The local animals and birds devour the fruits with relish. I have seen many squirrels and fruit bats around this tree, and the birds such as miners, crows, tailorbirds, sunbirds, sparrows, quails, and many more flock to the tree. Many of them come to the tree for sweetened fruits, and for others, flowers are the source of sweet nectar. Native bees, bumblebees, and honeybees buzz all around the tree when the tree is in flowers. I have not seen birds nesting in this tree, maybe because the branches and canopy are open and don't provide great cover against predators. Nor is the tree sturdy as its branches are pliant, so it won't protect against strong winds. This tree is not fussy in the kind of soil it grows and tolerates dry weather well as long as it's mostly in hot and humid weather, making it a great tree for avenues in India. In its native locations, the fruits are consumed and are also turned to jams and preserves. Now, let's recap what I have described so far and pick out the features that can help you identify this tree in your next walk outside. Let's begin with the leaves. The simple leaves are long, dark green, and have serrated edges. The flowers have five white petals, and the center is full of yellow anthers. The fruits are green when unripe and turn cherry like red when they are ripe. They have sweet fig like aroma, flavor, and texture. The bark is light brown. The tree doesn't hold a particular shape as it gets unruly and unmanageable as its thin branches shoot out on all the sides, giving it a sparse bush like appearance. And that's your strawberry tree. I honestly enjoyed talking about this tree more than any other episode, and I'm not even sure why. Because I love all the trees I have talked about so far, but somehow this tree tingled my creativity with its poking branches, and now I'm not sure if I mind it as much as I used to. Anyway, and that's all for today's episode. For all my episodes, I refer to several resources and add my own observations. You can find the complete list of resources in my blog. You can find the link to my blog in the About tab. Subscribe to A Year with Trees podcast in the app of your choice and share this podcast for the sake of tree love. Thank you all. Stay tuned.